2024 has been kind of a, a solid year for RPGs, right? Like, yeah, I just got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and I also had Persona 3 Reload, and Dragon's Dogma 2.
Was incredible. Never have I encountered such strategy.
Yeah, Dragon's Dogma wasn't, yeah, it's good. It's not like it did anything wrong. Okay, it felt like a little bit of a kick in the face. I'm not gonna lie. So, Dragon's Dogma 2 released, and everybody started flipping their shit, including me. A lot of microtransactions, and Capcom is known for putting in some microtransactions here and there. They put a lot of microtransactions in a lot of their games. Yeah. But in a single player game, I don't think microtransactions have any, they have no place at all. Why are they even in the game in the first place? It almost feels like Capcom is kicking us right in the face with these transactions. I mean, there's a lot. And you could say, oh, you don't need to buy it. You can get them in-game. And that's very true. I mean, throughout my playthrough of Dragon's Dogma 2, I pretty much was able to get all these things for free. But I will say it's a bit grindy. Wow, shocker. It's such a grind to get some of these things. And also, another thing, I can't edit my character. I have to buy something, and then to top it off, I can't start a new game. What if I don't like the name of my character? I'm stuck with Satoru Brojo now. This is my guy. This is who I have to play with. Yeah. I want to change my name. I wasn't thinking straight. Let me change my name. But yeah, I can't start a new game. And then to top it off, if I want to do the character creation, I have to buy this with this other currency within the game to edit my character's appearance at like a barber or whatever. And true, you could get these, you could get the currency that you need, but it's not so easy. You gotta grind a bit. And a lot of people just, the lazy route, they just buy it. And it's probably why these microtransactions are there in the first place. But let's look past all the microtransactions. Let's look past all of that. And, yeah, the game runs terrible. It is one of the worst optimized games I have ever seen. I'm playing on a PC. Hell, I've been playing majority of this game at my friend's house, who has a better PC than me. He has a 4090 on his in his rig and an i9 13900K. And the game just runs like shit. And and what do I mean by that? Well, if I'm in the main town area, I get like 30 frames, 40 frames on a 4090. What? And I'm just like baffled. So like when I get home and play on my 4080, it's gonna be worse. Well, it's mostly like a CPU bottleneck. I have no idea. All I know is the game runs like shit. How can you release a game like this? Like, sure, the game is gorgeous and pretty, but when my frame rates are stuttering and the game looks like, it's running on a Switch almost, it looks terrible. And this is just not a PC issue. If you look into like PlayStation or Xbox running on the consoles, the game runs at sometimes 24 FPS on new gen hardware. What is this? What were they optimizing for? Now, there's people defending this, saying, like, the game is great. I mean, you guys are taking this way too far just because it has microtransactions. This is on par with Baldur's Gate or Elden Ring. What? Oh, excuse me? In what world? How is it on par? You know what? Yeah, I love playing my Baldur's Gate, you know, and oh, gosh, I don't have a camping supplies. Let me just buy it with real money. Yeah, that happens. Oh, I want to change my character's appearance. Let me buy. No, there's a freaking mirror in the game. You can just change your character's appearance whenever you want. Hell, you can even change whatever class. I know in Dragon's Dogma you can like swap classes willy-nilly, but not your appearance. You're stuck with it unless you get this stupid currency or that stupid book or whatever it is to change your character's appearance. Yeah, that's real, you know, consumer friendly. It's so consumer friendly. And then you want to go into Elden Ring? You want to say it's on par with Elden Ring? You know, at least Elden Ring ran at 60 FPS. Yeah, it ran pretty good. Even on a PC where the PC port wasn't as good as like PlayStation for me. It's almost like they don't care about Capcom with just, you know, I feel like it's almost lazy with the amount of like effort they did with optimization. Yeah, kick me while I'm down, why don't you?
The paths to victory.
Jeez. But if I look past all of it, you know, optimization and you know, running the game, if I look past it and I'm still going to run the game at 30 FPS, you know, is it a good game? Is it fun? It's fun. There are some fun moments in this game. I'm not gonna lie. I just got to a point. I don't want to go into detail. I got into a point where I thought I beat the game, you know, and then the game's like, and I'm like, wow, this game was fucking short. I'm kind of annoyed. I just spent $70 on a game I only spent like 15, 16 hours in. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, no, it ain't done yet. And I was like, okay, all right, I'm with this. This is dope. Can I say it's on par with Elden Ring or Baldur's Gate? No, not a shot. But it's a fun game. And I would say don't get it just yet. Maybe wait till they optimize the fucking shit. I am just dumbfounded on how bad it runs. But there is a lot, you know, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Only if you're on PC and only if you have a 40 series graphics card, you can get a mod to make the game run way better. So what I did when I was playing here at my friend's house was I put a DLSS 3 enabler, and it basically allowed the game, it basically did frame generation, and it ran the game at a steady 100 frames, and you can get all those microtransaction things and make it easily accessible for you with mods. God, do I love mods. There are mods for all of it. And sure enough, I was able to change, you know, my character's appearance easily, have, you know, my fast travel, you know, somewhat easy, but not so readily accessible, things like that, you know? Just using normal currency, the gold that I have. You know, they throw gold out so much in the game, but everything else, not really. Capcom is kind of like actively making their game worse with de novo DRM. I have constant stuttering with Dragon's Dogma. Only with like certain mods do I kind of fix it, but when I do get a really bad stutter, the game just decides no and crashes completely. Yeah, I just don't get it. Like, why? And there can be arguments. Like I don't have all the answers when it comes to DRM or de novo, but I know that like a lot of instances, a cracked version of your game that doesn't have de novo is not going to have a lot of the performance issues that bogs it down. Like the hell, like actively, like we don't want people stealing our games, so here's de novo, and then it's just making people not wanting to buy their games, actively seeking out how to crack it. What the fuck? Now, if we were to remove all the problems that are bogging down this game, right, would it be able to stand on its own 2 feet alongside Elden Ring and Baldur's Gate 3? Maybe. You know, it's a fun RPG when it works, or when you have the things readily accessible to you. It's a pretty decent time. Just, you know, if you made a mistake on your character creation, you're gonna have to grind a bit, you know, or even worse, what if you just started a new playthrough? Hey, I just started a new playthrough. How do I want to start a new game? I have no idea. You gotta look it up, do so. I don't know, because there's no new game option. You're stuck with your character. You're screwed. Oh, so for me to make a new character, what do I got? I gotta grind for 4 or 5 hours first, and then I can make. Are you kidding me? I gotta look at the disgusting mess I made, and then I can create a new character after 5 hours or something of grinding. Or, you know, you could just spend like $2. Yeah, you just spend it. That's what Capcom wants you to do. Just spend it. What's the problem? You don't want to? You spend $70 on the game? Well, that's too bad.
ついてきてください。こちらです。道のわかる人がいると助かりますね。あそこは少し遠いですね。牛車を利用してみてもいいでしょうね。
Okay, back doing a little bit of a revision. I know setup looks different. I had to make a revision. Capcom did issue a statement about the game stating that they are addressing a lot of the performance issues across all platforms, which is good. But, you know, still some of the things like de novo still in the game, and you know, some of the stupid microtransactions. I do want to also state that these microtransactions are probably the most useless microtransactions I've ever seen in a game, and it could mess up your game in the beginning. But, you know, they're there anyway. It's still a issue. Yeah, I'm gonna stick by most of the things I said in this video. However, the game is a lot of fun. I am on my new Game Plus playthrough. Game is a crap ton of fun, especially like the combat and like going towards new vocations. Like I found out that there's like a different vocation that I really want to get, you know. But yeah, the game's fun, and hopefully, you know, these performance issues are addressed and they're fixed and it runs a bit better. For now, I'm still using this DLSS 3 mod that that helps with frame generation and things like that, but you know, it still doesn't. It would still be nice if the game itself can provide some form of DLSS 3 or anything like that, especially if you have a beefy system that could run this stuff. Well, anyway, that's enough from me. Tell me what you think in the comments and everything like that. Leave them down below. If I missed anything, say in the comments too. You know, let me have it, and I'll catch you in the next one.